Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. I hope that everybody is having a great start to their weekend. I'm Adrian. I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. Right now we are looking at IELTS speaking part 3, which is the last part of the speaking section. It comes at about 8-9 minutes into your speaking interview, and speaking part 3 is connected to speaking part 2. Now, we were practicing speaking part 2 in our last class today about 40-45 minutes ago, and that was talking about a product that you will plan to buy. So in this class, it's no surprise that we are going to continue on this topic of purchasing and buying, and we're going to be talking about choosing products. Welcome Chankip, hi Mansoor, welcome Pradeep, Meenakshi, Kinche, Shilpreet, Narendra, Mittal. Nice to see many students in the class. This lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com, that's academicenglishhelp.com, as well as GIELTS help.com, that's generalieltshelp.com. For all of your academic and general IELTS needs, visit us on those websites. We use these websites during these live classes for the lessons. They're basically our textbooks, our material source. So sign up for the premium package, do yourself a favor, and begin learning with great material so that you get the highest score possible on your next IELTS exam. The websites, they look like this. This is our academic IELTS website here. We will use this today to speak with students, assess their band level, and I will give students not only their band score estimates, but I will also give them feedback and corrections so that they can get higher band scores. To join our premium IELTS package, use the big red button there. That's just above my head. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access, so make sure to use it. And we are an official IDP affiliate, British Council partner. I'm a certified British Council agent. We are an official IELTS test registration center, so you are in great hands with us for your learning. We help thousands of students every day. Mal, nice to see you in the class. Good to see members. Hi, Sarah in France. Nice to see you studying hard as well. Students, we have a new discount code for you. It's Practice9. We'll get you 20% discount. That's from our latest video that we just released. It's a practice video. We just put it up on YouTube. Check that out when you have a second. This is our general IELTS website here with the green background. You can click that big red button there to join our premium IELTS package. Make sure to use our websites, Academic IELTS Help. It links to our website, aehelp.com, and use General IELTS Help. Get that from your app store and link it to gieltshelp.com. Also, follow us on Instagram to get the latest schedules, vocabulary, tips, strategies, IELTS_ahelp, GIELTS Help. And if you still have questions, then send me an email to adrian@aehelp.com. Now, our schedule, it's changing a tiny bit in these weeks just because it's summertime. I'm doing a little bit of traveling just locally. So we have this speaking part 3 class, and then we will not have class Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but we will have a class next week on Wednesday on the 17th, speaking part 1. Then on the 18th, we'll have a couple of classes for members and for all of our viewers. And then on the 19th, on Friday, we'll have an early class. And then that will be that for that week. and then we'll return to a regular schedule the following week after that. So subscribe to our channel, click the notification button, hit the bell button on your phone to get notifications so that you know when these classes are happening, and then you can join and learn and enjoy the magic that is English and communication. So check out our video on YouTube. This is one of our recent videos. Hi Eugen, I love the emojis, never get sold. Awesome. Sunantha, if you didn't use the coupon, don't worry, send me an email. I'll refund you the difference, okay? Especially since you're a member as well. And Sunantha, I know you tried to volunteer last class for the speaking. I believe that I have fixed the microphone, so you will hear me. That issue was on my end. So in just a moment, Sunantha, get ready, and I will let you do that part 2, because part 2 speaking connects to part 3, everybody. And the part 2 responses from our members from the last class will give you a good idea of how part 3 works, okay? I will show you that in just a moment, okay? This was the part 2 question that we looked at in the last class, IELTS speaking part 2. It was talking about an item that you plan to buy in the future. And for us, we talked about a dining room table that sits 8 people. Okay, that was our answer in the last class. Why is that important? That's important because part 3 connects to part 2. Okay, this is the first tip for your IELTS speaking section to get a high score. Okay, very important. Remember, okay, speaking part 3 is strongly connected to part 2. So make connections and use your ideas from part 2. Okay, it's very important that you do that. I'm going to show you what I mean. We're going to do lots of practice with our students. I will talk strategy. I will give you tips as we do this real time. So here we go. Ghazi, I see that you're there as well. Perfect. Ghazi, I will also give you a chance after Sunantha to do part 2 and then lead into part 3. And that will actually be great because it will help show everybody how part 2 is related to part 3, and then we get focused on part 3, and everybody will have a really good idea of what kind of answers to give in part 3, or how to think about part 3 as part of the overall speaking section. Okay. All right, everybody, so how are we going to do this? Well, as I mentioned, we're going to use our website. So for the website, everybody will have a chance to volunteer. You will need to go to aehelp.com, and then you will either log in to your student account, or you will create a student account. I will show you how. Make sure that you click on Student Partner Speaking and that you enable your microphone. Now, I had a microphone issue, ironically, in the last class, but I believe I fixed it. We'll soon find out. And then you can message me. My name will be as Master in the list. You send me a message, say I want to volunteer, and then I will ping you. Okay? Let me show you what is happening here. So let's first go to aehelp.com. This website will look like this, more or less, depending on your device. Okay, so this is again aehelp.com. So you're going there, and then either by clicking this big red button, you can join our premium IELTS package, or you can click the green button to join. Okay, and then you'll have a My Student account. In your My Student account, you'll have computer-based practice exams, interactive course, exam books. You'll have video lessons that you can click on, but right now you're going to be going for this button here, which is the student partner speaking. That's just right above my head there. You click on that student partner speaking, you accept that you're going to speak politely with respect, and then you will be in this interface here. In this interface on the website, you will be able to audio chat with me. In fact, you can video chat with people as well, but I can only use the camera for one software at a time. And right now I'm using my camera for YouTube. So I can't use the camera, but the microphone should work in multiple apps. So Ghazi, Sunantha, I am a man of my word, so I want to give you a chance to respond with part 2, and that will actually help us for part 3. I will give you some strategy and show you how part 2 is connected to part 3. So Ghazi, I see that you're ready. Just give me a sec. Let me see if Sunantha is ready, because that was the order that we started in, and you'll see master there. So just click on master and click I want to practice. Let's see if Sunantha is ready. And then everybody else who's volunteering. So Tanish, I see that you're volunteering as well. Hang in there. I will look for you. Okay. Sunantha, let me send you a message here. See if you're ready. Are you ready to try again? You should be able to hear me this time. Let me put my ears on. I believe it's all set up now in the correct way. Okay, all right, Sunantha, let's do this.
Hello.
Hi, Sunantha, can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hi, Sunantha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, you scared me there for a second. All right. Yeah, it was just a weird Windows thing with the microphone, but I fixed it and all is good. Okay, Sunantha, may I ask, so first of all, thank you for becoming a member of our channel. That's great. And I did see your message about the coupon code, so send me an email and I'll help you with that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, in the email, by the way, let me know which coupon code you wanted to use, okay? And then we'll go from there. All right, Sunantha, may I ask, where are you calling from?
I'm from Thailand.
From Thailand. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Which city?
Rayong City. It's close to near Pattaya. Do you know Pattaya?
I do. Yes. I've been to Thailand. I spent a couple of weeks in Thailand. I went to Bangkok, of course. There's a lot to see there. And then I went to the eastern islands. So I went to Koh Samui, Koh Tao, Koh Phangan. So that was lots of fun.
Do you know Summit Island?
Yes, I've heard of it. I never visited there.
Thailand is in my city. Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. I mean, Thailand has lots of islands, and it's a beautiful country. Just amazing nature, beautiful. Okay, Sunantha, may I ask, why are you taking IELTS?
I plan to take IELTS for apply the abroad job. Now I'm a government official in Ministry of Labor. I want to work in some country that have the office in abroad.
Okay, fair enough. So government work, yeah, definitely IELTS is important for that. Ministry of Labor, good for you. That's an important job. People need to work, need to earn a living. Okay, so Sunantha, let's start with part 2 response. Now, I know you were in the last class. You saw what we talked about. I showed you how to structure and speak about an item that you plan to buy. I spoke about planning to buy a dining room table. You can talk about the same item. So if you want, you can practice talking about the dining room table, or if you had a different item in mind or object in mind that you wanted to buy, then you can go with that. So I will start you off. Just give me a nice response, and then I'll continue a little bit with part 3 and then give you feedback and some advice. Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right, just do your best. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on yourself. So I have the question on the screen here. Okay. So talk about an item that you plan to buy in the future. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Okay, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
Okay. The item that I plan to purchase in the next month, I gonna buy a new dining room table for repair the old one. The new table will be able to sit 8 people. It will be circle in shape, and it make of the teeth so that it is durable and beautiful. I'm going to search for affordable price and great promotion and review after after service on website. And there are a lot of furniture store in my city. So after having done comparison, I'm going to buy this table from a department store called Home Depot because this shop always give a free delivery and accept credit card by 0% charge. This table will go into the center of my dining room with close to the kitchen. So, and my family and Grace will sit around it in a chair for multiple reasons, such as eating, of course, having a round in is in chair, and second, celebrate some special days, having a good
Okay, your time is up.
discussions.
I will stop you there, and we will now continue with speaking part 3. For this part, I will ask you some questions related to the topic of part 2. Please put your note paper and the pencil to the side, and now we will continue. Let's talk about choosing products. How do people decide what products to buy with so many choices these days?
People decide the product to buy so many experience and functions like such as mobile phones. Now we can use another device instead of mobile phones, and such as the eyes gas or the some hand wrist or any kind of watch.
What should customers be careful about when buying items? Okay, I'm going to stop you there, all right? And I'm going to give you feedback based on your part 2 and the start of part 3 as we're getting into part 3 here. Okay, first of all, good job. I know that's not easy. It's like the more difficult parts of the speaking section. So it's the challenging part. And considering you did a good job. So first of all, I want to say some positives about what you did. So when you talked about part 2, you listened to my advice in the last class, which was great to hear. You started right away with the answer. You said the item that I plan to purchase in the next month, I will buy a dining room table. I thought you said for the patio, but maybe not, because later you said that you will put it into the dining room. And then you described its size, its shape. You said it will sit 8 people. It will be a circle in shape. It will be made of teak so that it will be durable. You said I will search for it. So you did a good job structuring your answer, okay? And that was good. Overall, I think your band score so far for this part 2 and part 3 question would be 5.5 to 6. And the reason for that, Sunantha, is mostly your fluency. Okay, So you don't have to speak fast, but you do have to speak quickly and clearly enough that
Okay.
I don't get lost in your ideas, okay? And in order to answer all the questions on the cue card clearly, you have to speak a little bit faster within that 2 minutes, okay? So I felt like you were speaking a bit on the slow side. Also watch your pronunciation. There were some words where I wasn't really sure what you were saying to me. So you really want to improve by, first of all, practicing lots. So constantly talk in English as much as you can when you have time. So use the website that you're using right now. Find other students, send them a message. Hey, I'm online. Would you like to practice speaking for 5 minutes? If you see people there, that's usually why they're there in the website. That's the nice thing about this website, is that you know they're there for IELTS and they want to speak. And on the website, Sunantha, let me show you something real quick here. So if you're looking at your screen on the website, you will see this IELTS speaking scripts at the top. So you can click on one of those, like objects, what we're practicing today, and then you will see these topics. Let me see if that's coming up for everybody. Like, let me make it smaller like this. So you can see, like, here's one about objects, and then you can use this in the speaking to talk to Tanish or Ghazi or Sarah, and then practice, because I think you have lots of vocabulary and you have good grammatical range. Okay, so I did realize that you're using good future participles with will. You said, I will sit around it for a couple of reasons. You even used some future perfect or present perfect. You said, after having done a lot of comparison. That was really good. So you have good grammar. You have great vocabulary. I think you just need lots of practice so that your fluency becomes a bit better, okay? All right, now let me give you another important piece of advice, and this is for everybody who's watching, because I will be listening for this. So this isn't just for Sunantha, this is for everyone. So I asked Sunantha, how do people decide what products to buy with so many choices these days? And you said people decide the product to buy with many experiences and functions, such as mobile phones. Now, Sunantha, that was okay, right? But if you want to make your life easier and you want to get a higher band score, as soon as you can, connect to part 2. So you said you're going to buy a new round dining room table that sits 8 people. And you even said to me that you've done a lot of comparison and you're going to buy it at this one furniture shop because they accept credit card and they have good products, right? So use that here, okay? So this is what you should do, is you should say, well, customers often decide what to buy after doing some research, comparing prices and reviews in order to get the best product for the best price. So this is my answer, explanation, and then here comes my example. Just like me, as I said, I did a few hours of searching before deciding to buy the table at, what was the name of the store, Sunantha?
Home Pro.
Thai words are so difficult for me, even just to hear them.
Home Pro.
Home Pro, like this?
Yeah, Home Pro.
Home Pro. Okay. I thought it was a Thai name there for a second, but I got a Home Pro. Okay, really enunciate your words, Sunantha. Home Pro. Okay, so see what I did there, Sunantha? So I literally took the part 2, because the examiner says, remember, the examiner tells you, now I will ask you questions related to the topic of part 2. As soon as you hear that in your brain, you should have this idea going like, okay, I can connect to part 2. I can connect to part 2, especially if you did a good job with part 2. Okay, so let's try this answer one more time. I'm going to read the question, read the answer, and then copy me. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so how do people decide what product to buy with so many choices these days? Well, Customers often
customer
oh,
often
wait for me to just finish. Just wait for me to finish first, okay? And then it'll be a little bit smoother. So here we go. Customers often decide what to buy after doing some research, comparing prices and reviews in order to get the best product for the best price. Just like me, as I said, I did a few hours of searching before deciding to buy the Table at Home Pro. Okay, now try it. How do people decide what product to buy with so many choices these days?
Well, customers often decide what to buy after doing some research, comparing price and reviews in order to get the best product for the best price. Just like me, as I said, I did a few hours of searching before deciding to buy the Table at Home Pro.
Nice. Okay, that was good. Very, very good. So make those connections because that will help the conversation to be more coherent, more connected. You'll have good fluency as well. And then you'll get a higher band score. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Sunantha, keep practicing. I will be keeping an eye out for your email in a little bit. Okay. And I'm glad that you became a member and you got our full course. Just make sure to study every single day. And if you have questions, send me an email. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
A little bit nervous because it's my first time.
It's
Okay.
absolutely, it's very normal. And the more you volunteer, the more comfortable you will get. I'm going to contact Ghazi here in 2 seconds, and he volunteers quite a bit. And so, yeah, the more you practice it, you'll become comfortable, confident. So keep going, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, Sunantha. All right, that was Sunantha. Give her a thumbs up. She's new to the program, and considering how nervous she was, she did a very good job. Okay, and this is great because people are nervous in the real IELTS exam too. So when you do this kind of practice, it will help you to be much calmer and more confident when you get into your actual test. Okay, Ghazi, Deepjeet, Harriet, Simran, thank you. Zarina, thank you for the thumbs up. It's great encouragement. Okay, here we go. Ghazi, let's see if you're ready, and then we'll open up the floor to everybody else. So, Ghazi, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Why not?
Adrian,
Hi, Ghazi. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I am much better now that you can hear me. We're having a
Yes,
conversation.
nice. Yeah, I'm glad you fixed it, the problems.
Hey, and yeah, it's part of the job. Part of the job.
Yeah, switching.
Okay, Ghazi. Well, let's do this. So I'm going to jump right in it with you. So we're going to cut right into part 2. Give me a nice answer. Remember, Ghazi, and this is again just a refresher from last week. First 90 seconds, right? You want to answer all the questions in the first 90 seconds. Then, if you have more time, you can expand.
We will
Okay.
get to more details. Yeah.
Exactly. So I will start you off. So here we go. This is the cue card. So talk about an item that you plan to buy in the future. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Okay, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
The item I'm going to purchase in the next few months is a twin bed. The bed is about 1.5 meters as length and width 1 meter and about 40 centimeters high. I would purchase from Walmart, Canada, because I checked the price with other stores. I find it in Walmart is cheaper. I would use it for my son His age right now 2.5 years old. Yeah, I need to get it. First of all, the cost is about $300. Also, we need enough space. We need allocated room for it, and I need a truck in order to get it, because they told me there is no deliver for the furniture, and I decided to buy it because my son use a crib right now, and he's ground right now, and we need a twin bed for sure in the next few months. Alternative, if I won't buy it, we would use the old bed which we use for my oldest son 4 years ago. I put it right now in the basement. It just need a small fixing. One of the legs is broken, but I will try. I will do
Okay,
my
your
best.
time is up. I will stop you there, and please put the note paper and the pencil to the side, and we will now continue with part 3. Let's talk about choosing products. How do people decide what products to buy with so many choices these days?
I think the best way right now, people should use their phones, or they can check online, and they can comparing the stores in order to get a good price. Like when I decided to purchase the twin bed, I checked it with many stores on my phone. I find it the cheapest price is in Walmart.
Okay, good. Okay, very good. In Walmart. Okay. Very nice. So, all right, good, Ghazi. Good direction, good adjusting. So here, I could tell that, okay, you realized I have to stick to the questions on the card. I have to stick to the structure. So you had really good content, okay? Your information was really good. Now, your score would be about, I would say around a 6, so 5.5 to 6. Closer to a 6. Your content was good, so information was good. Vocabulary was all right. The biggest concern for your score, it's 2 parts. One, like with Sunantha, it was fluency, so you need to still practice more just so that you can be a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, and I think you know that now. And then the other point that I think I've said to you in the past is the grammar. So there is still, especially the way that you use some verbs, it's a little bit off. This question here, online, and they can comparing the stores. So it should have been they can compare the stores. So watch the way that you use ing versus the simple form of the verb. Okay, so word form, really pay attention to those word form mistakes. All right.
Okay.
Good connection here with the twin bed. So you said, like when I decided to buy the twin bed, I checked online in many stores and found the cheapest price at Walmart. That was really good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're practicing, Ghazi, record it. And this is just, this is for everybody. So Ghazi, if you're using the website, right, to connect to Sunantha or to Sarah or Prabhu or Yagna, this is just advice. I can't tell you to do this because legally it's kind of dangerous for me to say this, but you can talk to each other and ask if it's okay to record. Like if you're talking to Sunantha, you can say, hey, can we record this conversation? And you can use software to record, of course, like your screen. And then you can listen to your mistakes. In fact, you might even do that together. So you might practice like a speaking part 3, record it, listen back with each other, and
Yeah.
then discuss it. And Sunantha might say, hey, Ghazi, I think here you needed to say compare instead of compared. So help correct each other, because you can tell that, the strengths and weaknesses are different for different people. Some people are really good at vocabulary. Some people are really good at grammar. Some people are really good at fluency. And then you can ask each other, right? Like, how do you improve your grammar? Or how do you improve your fluency, right? So peer learning is very effective. Okay.
Yeah, we have a saying in Arabic. We say the sweet doesn't complete. There is no angel. We are a human.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
can take all these together. Yeah.
Yeah. So we work best in teams, right? That's the idea. We work better. We build on each other's strengths to fix each other's weaknesses. Okay, Ghazi.
I will lose the grammar. If I focus on grammar, I will be slow, like this.
Exactly. So you have to grammar
Yeah.
and fluency, grammar and fluency, grammar and fluency. Okay, keep going, keep working on it. Okay, Ghazi, thank you so much for volunteering, and thank you for hanging in there past the
Thank you.
last class.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad to talk with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye, Ghazi.
Bye.
Okay, that was Ghazi. So give Ghazi a thumbs up. Okay. Tanish, did you drop to the bottom of the list? I don't know what happened there, but anyway, send me a message. Yagna, let's see if you're here with us. Now we're switching to part 3, everyone. So keep in mind, part 3 is connected to part 2. Even if you didn't practice part 2 with me, just make it up. So you can say to me, like, as I said in part 2, just try to make that connection. Okay, Yagna, are you ready? Sarah, I see you there as well. I can tell you're waiting ambitiously with your 2 messages, so keep it up. Okay, we're going to move along nicely here. So let's reach out to Yagna.
Hello, yes, sir.
Hi, Yagna. How are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly, absolutely. Yagna, make
okay,
sure
that's
to
great.
mute YouTube so we don't hear YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. And Yagna, I can hear a little bit from your voice that you're a bit nervous. It's totally okay.
Yeah. Actually, here it's kind of lot of delay. I'm hearing the words again. Okay.
So on YouTube, you see a little like volume icon. You click on that to mute
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, I
and
did.
then
Yeah,
we
I
won't
did.
hear it. Yeah. Okay, and then you'll hear
okay.
just me through the website, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect, Yagna. Yagna, are you in India?
Yeah. I'm in Gujarat, in India.
In Gujarat. That was going to be my next question. We're in India. Okay, Yagna. Why are you taking the IELTS?
I'm taking IELTS because I want to go to USA or Canada for my master's in engineering.
Nice. Okay. May I ask, what area of engineering are you specializing in?
Yeah, I'm doing electrical and computer engineering, so I want to specialize in the same field.
Awesome. Master's in computer and electrical. You must be a smart cookie.
Not that smart, but just average.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question or two for part 3, and then I will give you an estimate for your band score and let you know what you're doing well, what you can improve. Sound good?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So let's continue talking about choosing products. What should customers be careful about when buying items?
They should look for different features of the products, like the quality. It is very much essential because nowadays there are lot many cases where we get a default product, especially when we buy it from online mode.
How has technology helped customers to select the right product?
Technology has helped in various ways, like for instance online shopping. As I said earlier, it do sometimes result in delivering default products, but at the same time it also gives various choices which are not often available in cheap prices when we go to shopping. And also there are different brands available on website which we can choose from.
Okay. All right, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, you have some good English, nice pronunciation. It's clear. You're fluent, so you speak without taking breaks to think about vocabulary or grammar. You're using the question, you're using the grammar of the question. Those are all some very nice points. So I asked you, for example, how has technology helped customers? And you immediately or naturally recognize that this is present perfect. You use the question and you use present perfect. You said technology has helped in various ways. That was a really nice immediate response. Clear, accurate, good grammar, good present perfect. And then you continued on. Now, I would say that would be, so you're on track for like a band 7, maybe even a band 7.5. But I think that with your English, especially since you're planning to do a master's, and for masters, sometimes 6.5 is enough. Usually or often you need a band 7 for masters.
Yes, I am targeting for 7. Yeah.
But you should be targeting 8. Okay. And I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you why, because when you apply for a master's degree, you need a supervisor in many situations. And if you need a supervisor, then supervisors like to see high IELTS scores, especially for speaking, because they have to talk to you to discuss your research. Okay. So they want to know that you have really good English. All right. So the higher you have, the better for graduate studies, for sure. Okay, bachelor's, it's not as important, but master's, PhD, it becomes more important to get a high score, not just the minimum. Okay. All right, and I think you can.
Yeah, one thing I want to tell you that I have been watching lots of your videos like recently in this month, because my exams are like in September. Today I booked the date of 3rd September. So here in India, it's kind of that if you book the test for 3rd September, then you get the speaking session on some other day, like 6 days before 3rd September or 6 days after. So I've been watching your videos and they are really helpful.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. So let me give you a little bit of advice. Pay attention to content. So when you're practicing, really focus on answer, explanation, example. Now, as I said, I think your answer was good, okay? Where I felt a little bit confused as your listener, as your audience, was during the explanation, and then you didn't actually have an example. So the explanation was a little bit confusing for me at times. I wasn't quite sure what you're trying to tell me. So make sure to really think about, a simple explanation. And then to make sure that I understand you, if the explanation's a bit confusing, include a really simple example, okay? So you said technology has helped in various ways, like for instance, online shopping. Okay.
Yes.
And you said, so here I was a little bit confused. It sounded like you said it'd do some research, but I think you said I did some research, maybe. And then you said it gives various choices which are not available when we go to stores, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So fine, that's okay. Now, to make sure that I understood you, put a simple example in there. Okay, so I bought a smartwatch from Amazon because there were so many more choices than at my local electronics shop. Okay, so just something like that will help me to have greater clarity, and then you'll be inching towards that 7.5, even a band 8. I do think that you have the English in you to get a band 8, but you just have to really practice content.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah, sure. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, let's do one repetition here. So let me fix this up a little bit, and then I'll read it and you can repeat after me. Technology has helped in various ways, like, for instance, online shopping. It allows for research and gives more choices than brick and mortar shops. I bought a smartwatch from Amazon because there were so many more choices than at my local electronics store. Okay, try that.
Yeah, technology has helped in various ways, like for instance, online shopping. I did a lot research in it, and it gives various choices which are not available when we go to stores. I bought a smartwatch from Amazon because there there were so many choices in online mode instead of the electronic shop.
Yeah, good. Now, again, remember, simplify. There were so many more choices than at my local electronics shop. Okay, so
Okay, yeah,
just simple, simple, simple. Okay, but you're on the right track. You're taking the right steps. So keep it up. Keep coming back to these live classes until you
yeah,
have your
sure, sure.
exam. Okay, keep
Yeah,
volunteering,
okay,
Yagna. All right.
yeah.
Thank you, Yagna. Bye for
Thank
now.
you. Bye.
All right, that was Yagna. Give her a thumbs up. Wish her luck on her journey to study masters in electronic or computer engineering abroad. Hopefully Canada. We like smart people. Come to Canada. Okay. All right. Sarah, you're right there. Good day to you. Are you ready? Thank you, Ghazi and Roshni and Harriet Navjot for the thumbs up. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep going here. We've got lots of time for practice. I really like spending time practicing on these days, as you know, on Saturdays with students. So let's keep going.
Hey,
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
hello.
I can hear you, Sarah,
I'm
clearly.
great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. A little bit tired from my vacation. We have a saying, I need a vacation after my vacation. Um, but doing pretty good, Sarah. Sarah, so you're in France. Can you remind me, why are you taking IELTS again?
Actually, the reasons changed right now. I first wanted to take the IELTS exam because it was something required in my application for my university. But I had some stuff like personal issues, so I couldn't attend the university at the time. So I'm now just practicing for like the next year, the next semester, so I can be doing the IELTS directly and like doing it faster this time.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, there are people who don't really know what they want to do the IELTS for, but they take the IELTS anyway because they know that they will need it sooner than later. So it's just a good
Yeah.
exam to have, even on your resume, like IELTS certificate band 7 or band 8, that really... because people, when they create their resume or their CV, they always put the language skills on it, like fluent in English, right? Or fluent in Spanish, fluent in French, right? But what does that actually mean? If you can put IELTS official certificate overall band score 7, then the employer or the school immediately know that, okay, that's what this person has for their level, right? Okay, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going here. I can hear from your confidence in your speech that you've been speaking English as much as possible. Good for you. All right. So we're still talking about choosing products. Here we go. How has technology helped customers select the right product?
Technology has helped customers and has helped buyers nowadays a lot by selecting and buying products through websites. So the shopping ways are now more developed. People can do online shopping. It's gonna be saving for them time, and the technology gave them more knowledge about the products that they want to buy by giving description for every item posted online. Last week I wanted to buy a new piano, so instead of going offline and searching in stores, I just googled it in some online stores, and I got description for many pianos, and I had an idea about the price and about the quality of the item of the piano that I want to buy.
Is this technology always beneficial?
sometimes the technology is not beneficial since it gives you many choices and it makes you more confused about what you want to buy. When you go to a website online, you are gonna be seeing more option with different prices, and sometimes it doesn't show you the best quality. Since if you are doing the offline shopping, you are gonna be more knowledgeable about the quantity of the item that you wanna buy.
Good, 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 sir. You're improving.
That.
Nice. Okay. You're improving. Very good. Your fluency is improved. Do you feel that your fluency has improved over the last few weeks? Or I think you've been with me now for over a month. So I can definitely tell your fluency. Do you feel it? Do you feel that your fluency is better?
Yeah, I feel more confident talking, and I feel like I can express the idea in my head more in English. Like before, I know what I want to say, but once I start speaking in English, the idea just got distracted. But nowadays, I'm speaking and I'm having the idea in my head and I'm saying it in English.
Yeah, and I can tell. So that helps your overall score. Confidence is huge when it comes to communication. Oftentimes people can be talking nonsense, but as long as they say it confidently, people understand it and believe it. So confidence is a major part of good communication. And it's great to hear that in your voice. Your enunciation is better as well, which is great. So I think that would be like a solid 7.5, even a band 8, Sarah. I think that's your highest band score so far, even though you made some classic mistakes. And I'm going to show you those mistakes, but because of your confidence, because of your enunciation and fluency, it will earn you a better band score. You're communicating better, so you will get a 7.58. I bet you some examiners will give you an 8, no problem for that. Okay. All right. So I asked you, how has technology helped customers select the right product? And then you said technology has helped customers and buyers nowadays. So you had a little bit of repetition, but it was fine because you kept confident, you kept pushing through. You used the present perfect, just like Sunantha, which was fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wanted like to paraphrase it, and instead of saying customers, saying buyers. But in my head, I couldn't pronounce buyers, so I said customers, and then I remembered the word buyers, so I said it again.
And it's okay to do that now in the official IELTS exam. If you don't paraphrase a word and then you suddenly realize, oh yeah, I could have paraphrased that with another word, don't worry about it too much. You will have more chances to paraphrase as you go along. So it's not like you have to paraphrase every single word that you hear. If you miss one, just think about the next one, or paraphrase it later. So you can say technology has helped customers. Nowadays, when buyers are selecting products through websites, they get a lot of information with the pictures and the descriptions, right? So if you remember the word buyers, you don't have to use it right away. You can remember, oh yeah, I can use this word in my explanation or in my example a little bit later on, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So, and then you used, I liked how you used the gonna, okay? Some people are really freaked out about using gonna or wanna on the IELTS speaking, but it's absolutely okay. Gonna and wanna have become regular, natural parts of speech, and as long as you're using the formal version of these words as well, like going to and will, and then you use the informal like gonna, it's totally fine. I wouldn't replace every future participle with gonna, so I wouldn't just say gonna, like gonna, because that's a little bit awkward. But if you use it once or twice, I can tell you that it will improve your band score because it makes you sound more natural. Okay. Now, you gave me a lot of information, Sarah. Sometimes it's better to slow down a little bit and just give more details. So you said it's going to be saving time for them. And then you kind of rushed on to the next idea. Sometimes it's better to slow down, especially in your writing section when writing task 2. Focus on details, not just more and more information. So here I would say something like it's going to save them time because they do not have to drive to the store, walk around. they can just use their computer from their living room. So instead of driving for an hour, they can just search for online for 2 minutes. You see how I can put numbers in, right? And just get that level of detail so that the examiner goes, oh yeah, okay, that's great ideas, that's great communication. Does that make sense, Sarah? Yeah?
It does. Yes.
Okay. And then you said last week I wanted to buy a piano, so I just Googled it. Nice. Using modern day English, that's like really new, like using the word Google as a verb. We do it all the time. I hear that verb at least a few times each week. So I maybe even every day now. So using modern everyday English like that, it's really good. You need that for Band 8, Band 9. It shows the examiner that you are comfortable with current English. Okay, so I just Googled it. Keep the example short. Your example of the piano was great. It was just a bit too long. Okay, so last week I wanted to buy a piano, so I just Googled it, got some good descriptions and reviews, and I bought it. Done. Don't overspeak. Okay.
Yes.
All right. In the second question, just a real quick piece of advice there. I said, is this technology always beneficial? And you said sometimes the technology is not beneficial because it makes you more confused. I get it, and I don't think every examiner is going to be like really anxious about using you, but definitely try to avoid you in your answers, okay?
Okay.
Not just for yourself, Sarah, not just for the examiner, but for yourself. If you keep using you, eventually your level of communication will decrease by using you, okay?
I get.
Yeah, because when you use you start to get into like you, and it starts to become circular. It starts to become shallow communication. Okay, so it's hard to get into details. Okay, Sarah, that was really good. I'm going to do one repetition with you. So listen carefully. Are you listening?
Yes.
All right. Is this technology always beneficial? Sometimes the technology can be disadvantageous because it makes customers confused about their purchasing decisions. There are too many choices. They get lost searching for the right product, and then they buy items that have low quality. I bought some very cheap sunglasses on Amazon last week, and they broke in the first week. Is this technology always beneficial?
Sometimes this technology is beneficial. This is not beneficial because it makes the customers more confused about what they want to buy. And it doesn't sometimes come with the best quality expected. Last week I bought new sunglasses from Amazon, and it got broken in the first week.
And they broke in the first week.
Yes.
No, just repeat me. And they broke in the first week.
And they broke in the first week.
Disadvantageous.
Disadvantageous.
Advantageous. Disadvantageous.
Disadvantageous. Advantageous. Disadvantageous.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. It's just a higher level of the word beneficial. All right, Sarah, keep it up. By the way, everybody watching, when I'm asking Sarah to listen and repeat, it's not just for Sarah, it's for everybody. So, and if you're hearing words for the first time, like disadvantageous, then make sure to write it down. That's a tricky one because you pronounce it differently than the word disadvantage, right? Okay, Sarah, thank you so much for volunteering and showing people that if you keep practicing, your confidence improves and your score improves. That was really cool.
Thank you.
Okay, bye,
Goodbye.
Sarah.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Have a great weekend. Bye. All right, that was Sarah. Really good, really cool. That's how it works, students. That's how you improve. So good example by Sarah there. All right, Yunju, and confidence, right? You don't have to have perfect English, but with good confidence, your band score can go up. Students, we're using aehelp.com for this live speaking. So this is our website, aehelp.com. Go there, create an account, log in, click on My Student Partner Speaking, send me a message. I will be listed as master, just like Yunju is doing here. So let's see what's going on with Yunju. Yunju, are you ready? Hopefully Yunju is ready to go. We've got time. I always, I'm focusing on having more and more time to speak with more and more people in these speaking classes and learn from each other, okay? So the corrections, the repetition that I'm giving as feedback is not just individual. It's often very common among different learners. So Yunju, if you're still there, if you're with us, I don't know when you sent me the message, but hopefully you hung it out, or stuck it out, I should say. Stuck it out, hung in there, stuck it out. Means you waited patiently. Then let me know. Give me a sign. I just sent you a message. So I just said, are you ready, Yunju? And just say yes. That way I know that you didn't go to eat a sandwich or a snack, or you're like, I'm just going to watch some TV. Read some subtitles. It's a good way to practice your speaking. Okay, Yunju, countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's try somebody else. So, Nguyen, are you ready? I believe Nguyen volunteered last week from Vietnam, if memory serves me well. And it was Miss Nguyen, I think. Was it? Maybe Mr.? Here we go. Family name. Hello,
teacher.
Yeah, hi. Hello, Mrs. Nguyen, or Ms. Nguyen, I should say. Can you give me your first name or your given name? Yeah, hi. Hello, Mrs. Nguyen, or Ms. Nguyen, I should say. Can you give me your first name or your given name? Mute YouTube. Click on the mute button. Or Ms. Nguyen, I should say. Click on the little volume button. YouTube. Click on the mute button. Mute YouTube. So we stop the echo. There we go. Perfect. Are you there? Hello? I heard you there for a moment, but I don't. Yeah. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard you there for a moment.
So mute YouTube and just use the website.
Are you there?
So
Yes,
on
I'm here.
yeah, on YouTube, click on the little speaker icon, and then that will mute YouTube, so we don't hear YouTube off your device.
On YouTube, click on the little icon.
I can hear you clicking, so it should be. Is it good now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry.
There we go. Not a problem. Not a problem. And that's how we learn. So everybody who's watching, when you pick up the call, make sure that you mute YouTube, because otherwise you get double audio. You get my voice coming in your speakers, and you get through the website, and you get it also from YouTube. So that's why you get that echo. Okay, can you tell me your first name, or what I should call you? I just kind of feel a bit weird calling you Nguyen. Unless that's your first name, or your given name.
Yes. My name is Nguyen Hồng Oanh.
Okay, Hồng Way, did you say?
Yeah.
Can you write it for me in the chat, just so I can pronounce it a little bit better?
Yeah. Okay. It's my name.
Oan. Oh, do you pronounce it Oan?
You can call me Lucy. It's my English name.
Okay, I will go with Lucy. Some names are so tricky, even though I've seen a lot of names. Okay, I will call you Lucy. Thank you for making my life a little bit easier, and my apologies for not being able to pronounce your wonderful name. Okay, so Lucy, you are in Vietnam, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely recognize the family name. And why are you taking the IELTS exam?
Yes, because I want to register in good university, and is required a certificate from IELTS.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that in Vietnam, all of the good universities now expect that students have a good IELTS score, which makes sense, right? English is the world language. Universities want their students to represent them globally in the world. So, okay, well, let me ask you some part 3 questions. Give me some nice full sentence answers, okay? Don't overspeak. Answer the question. Focus on explanations and examples. So what, why, how? Think what, why, how. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. So still talking about choosing products. Will the ways people select and purchase goods in the future be different than they are today? And if yes, in what way?
Well, in the past, people often went to the market to purchase goods or items in far distance. However, with the advance of technologies, purchasers could buy their favorite items on the websites in convenient ways, such as surfing on some,
Let's talk about saving money. What is good advice to give to individuals for saving their hard-earned money?
well, there are several ways for people to put aside their money. For example, they can create a saving account at the bank, or maybe there's
Is this easy or difficult to do?
well, it is so easy because there's more and more bank that ensure enable people to send their money, their hard-earned money to be earned, and they may get like yeah, a small profits from spending this money per years.
Okay. So I will stop there for a second. I'll give you some feedback. Okay, so that would be, you did some things well, and there are definitely some places to improve. So that would be about a band 5, okay? Because you're lacking fluency and completion. So you start giving me an answer. The answer's okay, but then you kind of stop and it feels like it's unfinished because you've lost your way. So you're not sure what to say or how to say it. So you have to really just practice finishing your ideas and lots of practice to increase your fluency. You have good vocabulary. I can tell that you know a lot of words and expressions in English. So what you need to do is take all of that knowledge that's inside of your head, Lucy, and you need to put it in practice. And I know that's the tricky part of learning English is practicing it, right? So use the website, make sure to attend these live classes regularly, and then keep practicing as much as you can every day. You should focus on speaking at least an hour of English every single day. Lucy, how much time do you speak English each day right now?
Well, I practice about 2 hours per day.
And is that speaking or is that everything, like writing and reading and speaking as well?
Yes, I just divide the practicing for skill. Just like one day is for speaking, another day is for listening or reading.
Okay. Speaking every day. Okay. If there is one aspect of communication that you are going to do every single day, it should be speaking. Then the second one should be reading. Okay. But speaking every single day, it should be top priority. Okay. okay? Because when you speak lots, it will help to increase listening, reading, writing as well, okay? And I mean, I don't want to say it's the most important skill, but if I had to choose, I would say speaking is the most important skill. So speak every single day. If not more than 30 minutes, then 30 minutes, but speak every day, okay?
Yes.
And Lucy, if you're not speaking to somebody, like you're not speaking to me or to another IELTS student on the website or to a speaking partner online, then just speak into your phone, even if it's just recording your thoughts about the day, like, you know, turning on your phone in the evening and being like, I had a really good day today. I woke up at about 7 a.m. I felt energized. I had good sleep. Then I went to school where I met a new friend. I hope to call her next week. So almost like I could call it, I guess, like an audio diary. Okay. Do you know the word diary in English? So diary is when you write down in a book like what happened to you during the day. You can do an audio diary where you're actually speaking on your phone and recording each day, and then listen back. So after you record 3-4 days, listen to what you talked about on, you know, Monday or Tuesday, and it's kind of fun to do that. It's actually a very effective way to organize our life as well, and in English, of course, right? Not in Vietnamese. So, you know, overall, your answers, you have to be careful. The first question I asked you is, what is good advice to... Oh, sorry, no, that was not the first question. The first question that I asked you was, will the ways people select and purchase goods in the future be different than today, right? So that was my first question. The biggest mistake with this one, Lucy, was that you didn't answer the question. You told me about the way that people bought items in the past by going far distances to markets, and then you told me about how technology is helping people to purchase items today. So you went from the past kind of to the present. But the question was actually asking you about the future. Okay? So your answer should have been something like this. Yes. Yes, I believe that people in 10 to 20 years will have newer technology to help them purchase goods. Such as sending robots or drones to pick up their groceries. I saw a show that talked about people ordering milk online and a self-driving car delivering it to their home. That will be really cool. You can make it natural. Okay, so present compared to future, not past compared to present. Let's try this. I'm going to say this and then just repeat it. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I believe that people in 10 to 20 years will have newer tech to help them purchase goods, such as sending robots or drones to pick up their groceries. I saw a show that talked about people ordering milk online and a self-driving car delivering it to their home. That will be really cool. Okay, one more time. So will the ways people select and purchase goods in the future be different than today?
Yes, I believe that people in 10 to 20 years will have newer tech to help them purchase goods, such as sending robots or drones to pick up their groceries. I saw a show that talked about people ordering milk online and a self-driving car delivering it to their home. That would be really cool.
Okay. Nice. So really pay attention to the question. If you don't catch it, then ask for a repeat. So say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. Can you repeat that question? And then I can repeat it, or the examiner can repeat it if they choose to, and then you can give a better answer. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, Lucy, that was really good. Keep it up. You're on the right track, and I'm sure that you will find a great university to study. So I wish you luck and keep coming back to these classes, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, bye, Lucy. All right, that was Lucy from Vietnam. Give her a hands up. I could feel she was a bit nervous, but that's okay. That's how that's how you get rid of your nerves. And again, we all make mistakes that other people make as well. Mistakes are not unique. They rarely ever are, okay? Okay, let's see who else is volunteering. Doan. I'm not sure if you received my messages. If you do, then a speaking session with you would be appreciated. Very expressive, Doan. Are you ready? Let's see if Doan is available for us. Thank you for the support. So Harry Jot, Quest Hands, Shalarpreet, Gift, Xuan, Metal. Nice.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Doan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Doan, may I ask, where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm from Vietnam.
From Vietnam.
Yeah, it's a continent.
All right. Okay, I got you. Yeah, thank you for the very polite approach with your text. Those are some nice full sentences and good English. All right.
Thank you.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly? It's Doan?
Please call me James or something. I mean, like, James would be appreciated.
James?
Like, yeah, for easier.
Okay.
to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
Vietnamese names can be quite challenging to pronounce by other cultures. Okay, James, sure, I can do that. So
thank
James,
you.
why are you taking the IELTS exam?
But like you mentioned, well, I don't really need it right now, but like in the future, I need at some point. So just prepare for the future, you know.
Good for you. Yeah, so planning ahead is definitely a good idea, especially with something like IELTS, because IELTS isn't the type of credential or qualification that's easy to get quickly. So the IELTS test is unique. There are unique strategies for it. So if you have to suddenly have an IELTS score within the next month, and it's tough to get a great band score with just 1 month of studying. So good for you for planning ahead. All right, well, I will ask you some questions. Give me full sentence answer, explanation, example, and then I will give you a bit of feedback. Are you ready? All right. Okay, let's talk about saving money. What is good advice to give to individuals for saving their hard-earned money?
For saving money, I mean, like, you gotta set some kind of goal, like what you're gonna do with that goal for like doing the saving money thing. And like, for example, maybe I'm planning to buy a house, so I set the goal. I have the clear kind of visual what I want, and yeah, that's the purpose of that I can remind myself every day, every time I wake up, every time I earn my money from my company. Yeah, this is my goal, and this is percentages I should.
Is this
do.
easy or difficult to do?
I mean, like, for me, it's not that easy. It's not that easy because, like, you have loads of bills, that you have in your life right now, like electricity, internet, and stuff. And if you don't plan carefully, like writing down very detailed what you're gonna save, it's not that easy.
How has saving money changed in the past several decades?
In several decades, I mean, because I live in a third kind of world, so like in Vietnam, and I believe people in the past were very poor, so they have a different definition of saving money than us. I don't think they even had the rights to it. So I mean, in nowadays we have loads of things going on technology, and we earn the money through like loads of jobs. So I think it's pretty easier for people these days comparing to the past.
What are the causes of this change?
The cause, one that popped up in my head right now, probably because of the war that we faced in the past. The reason is I mean, like, it's a bit a political point of view, but like, do you know what I mean? When it comes to war and people have to survive through these time. But nowadays we live in what would you call peace, and yeah, I think that is the reason.
That is the end of part 3. And that concludes the speaking section of the exam. You will have your mark in 2 days online, and you will have your official certificate in the mail in 10 days. Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay, don't go anywhere, James. That was just an example of how it ends. Okay,
okay,
always ends the same. It always ends with that
Sorry, I'm a bit
sentence.
nervous.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I can feel that, and your nervousness is definitely affecting your score negatively. I'll explain that in just a second.
Oh yeah, because I have never taken this kind of test before.
Yeah, and this goes back to what you started with. Like you said that you're not sure when you will have to do IELTS, but you feel that sooner than later you will need an IELTS score, and you want to practice or start practicing earlier. And this is this is a perfect example of why you should do that. Okay, because as a friend, I can tell you that you're probably like a band 8, 8.5 in your speaking. But as an examiner, I'm going to give you a band 6.5. So you're literally like 2 big band scores away from what you should get, because you're nervous, because you're not, you don't know some of the strategy yet, you haven't practiced it. And to say it in a very informal way, you're all over the place. So it's like you're talking philosophy to yourself and not actually communicating with another person. It's like you're talking to it's like your brain is thinking all these ideas, and you're just randomly telling me every idea that your brain is kind of throwing out without.
That's correct.
Yeah. So and I feel that, and because of that, it's like, okay, you've got great pronunciation, you've got solid natural language. In fact, you're sometimes a bit too natural. Like in the beginning, you said, I mean, like, you gotta set some kind of goal. What you gonna do with that goal. And as I said before, it's okay to use gotta and gonna and wanna, but you don't want to start with that. Okay, so you want to start with a bit more formal English. Like, you want to say, for saving money, I mean, like, you have to set a goal. Okay. And then after, you can say you gotta put money aside. Okay, so then after you use the formal, you can use the informal, but show the examiner that you do know formal English, and then use the informal English. It will help you get a better band score. Also, as I said to some of the other volunteers, don't use you. Okay, you don't want to speak directly to the examiner. All right, so don't use you in your answers. Avoid words like stuff. Okay, you said here in the later question, you said you have lots of bills that you have in your life, like electricity and stuff. What do you mean stuff? Right? You mean utilities.
Yeah, utilities.
Yeah, utility bills, right? Or other expenses, right? Monthly expenses, rent, phone bill, so on. Okay, so don't use stuff. It's okay to use gotta. It's okay to use wanna. Just don't use them right away. All right. And for you, the most important is practice, build your confidence, and structure your response. So when I ask you a question, think about, okay, what is a typical answer to this question? what is a typical explanation, and how can I give a good example that connects all of this, okay? So I asked you this question: how has saving money changed in the past several decades? So use the question first of all to help you stay on track, to help you stay focused. So I think Lucy used this expression and it was a good one, okay? So putting aside money has changed a fair bit in the last 10 to 20 years. Okay, so I'm just using the question and doing a little bit of paraphrasing, and this is helping me to focus and stay on track. So just repeat after me. Putting aside money has changed a fair bit in the last 10 to 20 years.
Putting aside money has changed a fair bit in the last 10 to 20 years.
Good, yeah. And then you said, I mean, because I live in a third kind of world. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We don't actually use third world anymore so much in English. It's not PC. So we usually say I live in a country with lower average income, and more poverty. Okay. So I'm not sure how that connected. I think you're just trying to express something there, but fine. Okay. I kind of felt it once you started explaining more. You said, I think in the past people were very poor, so they had a very different definition of saving money. I think that it is easier for people now than in the past. And here, again, a simple example is the way to make this clear, okay? So my grandmother was happy to just be able to afford food each month. But my father puts $100 every month into a retirement savings plan. Okay. We actually use an acronym for that in English. It's called an RESP, retirement savings plan. Okay. But if you don't know that, it's fine. You can just say my father saves $100 every month for retirement, or when he's done working. So you can simplify it if you don't have that vocabulary. Okay, so focus on the question, answer, explain, example, keep it clear, keep practicing that, and you should be able to get a band 8. Okay, you have good English. I can tell that you've used English quite a bit in your life, and you've had a lot of contact with English. So let me repeat this answer and then copy after me. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. So putting aside money has changed a fair bit in the last 10 to 20 years. I live in a country with a low average income, more poverty, but I think in the past people were very poor, so they had a different definition of saving money. I think that it has become easier for people now. My grandmother was happy to just afford food each month, but my father saves $100 every month for his retirement. How has saving money changed in the past several decades?
So putting aside money has changed a fair bit in the last 10 to 20 years. Because I live in a country with a low average income and more poverty. But I think in the past people were very poor, so they had a very different definition of saving money. I think that it has become easier for people now than people in the past. Like my grandmother was happy to just be able to afford food each month, but my father nowadays puts like $100 every month into a retirement saving plan.
Yeah, so that would be an easy band 8.5, even maybe a 9 if you keep going that way. Okay, so that's the idea. I mean, I know it's not easy. I know it takes practice, but that's your goal. That's what you want to achieve in your response. So calm, confident, well thought out answer. It doesn't mean you can't make mistakes. You can still make mistakes, but it has to be expert level communication. Okay. So think about your listener, James. Okay, think about your listener. All right. Thank you so much for volunteering. That was really good. That was a great example of where practice and confidence makes a big difference. And then you'll become kind of like Sarah. You maybe heard Sarah earlier. She kind of started like you with a lack of confidence. She was a bit all over the place. But now, as you heard her today, she's much more focused and confident, right? So that's the way to do it. James, have an awesome rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next week, hopefully. Okay. Bye, James.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that was James. Give James a thumbs up. That was really great. Students, you've all done a great job. Thank you to everybody for volunteering. You're all amazing. We're using our website, aehelp.com, for this practice. This is our general IELTS website, gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. This is our academic IELTS website here. For of course the academic IELTS. To join our premium IELTS package, click this big red button. Okay, it's a one-time payment for lifetime access, and we use this in our live classes all the time, this website and the materials. So it's a really good idea to spend a couple dollars if you're going to join these classes every day, just to make your learning much more efficient. You don't have to. I'm not going to tell you you must do it, but it's for your own good. Okay, students, that's it for today. Next class, this is a special one, okay, because there's just a little bit of change in schedule, but the next class that we have will be on Wednesday. So we start earlier in the week, this week coming up, to replace Saturday's class, okay? So I will be back on Wednesday the 17th at around this time, starting a little bit earlier, with speaking part 1. So make sure to join me on Wednesday. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button so that you get notifications of the live classes. Okay, everyone? So that's it. Again, thanks to all of our great volunteers. Thanks for hanging in there. Visit aehelp.com, visit gieltshelp.com. Get learning the right way, improve your communication, improve your English, and just start living a better life. I mean, that's what happens when you can talk to people in English effectively. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. Much love to all of you, wherever you are in our big, wide world. Bye for now.